Hello, welcome back everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to continue working with fractions, but in this case, we're going to be working with number lines. Yes, we're going to be using number lines to plot some fractions. But first, let's review what we know about fractions. A fraction is a part of a whole. If we cut a whole pizza into slices, we're going to have fractions. For example, in this case, we can say that we ate 2/8 of the pizza. The denominator is the number at the bottom and it represents the part that we have in all. And the number at the top is the numerator. That number represents how many pieces we're talking about. How can we place fractions on a number line? To begin, let's say that we have fractions greater than 1. They are known as improper fractions. They are very easy to recognize because the numerator is greater than its denominator, and also because they are shown with more than one whole. We can also find fractions less than 1, and they are represented by only one whole. They are known as proper fractions. These are known as mixed fractions. They are represented with a whole number and a proper fraction. Do you want to know more about classification of fractions? The full video will be in the comments below. Now we are ready to begin. This is a number line, and as you can see, this number line has whole numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through 10. But in this case, we're going to be working with just this space between 0 and 1 because we're going to be working with fractions less than 1 or equal to 1. That's why it's very important to understand classification of fractions. But let's begin with this lesson. We're going to focus on this space. As you can see, the number line begins in 0 and ends in 1, and that is again because we're working with fractions less than 1 or equal to 1. As this is the first time using number lines, we're going to draw a rectangle to help us locate the fractions easily. My denominator is 6, which means that I have to partition the rectangle into 6 equal parts. And my numerator is 2, which means that I have to shade 2 of the equal parts in my rectangle. So let's begin. 1, 2. Here I have my 2 shaded parts. And then I'm going to look at the number line and I'm going to count exactly the same 2 spaces that I was shading in the rectangle. The most important thing in this part is counting the spaces. We cannot count the lines. We have to count the spaces because we can make a big mistake if we count the lines. Space number 1, space number 2, and this is the correct place to put my 2, 6 fraction. As you can see, we were counting just the spaces in the number line exactly as we were shading the spaces in the rectangle. Let's work on this problem. What fraction is shown by the star? So we're going to look at the star and we're going to find the fraction. Again, we're going to draw a rectangle to help us find the fraction easily. In this case, we have to find the fraction, so we're going to be counting the spaces until we get to the star so that we can know what fraction we have to put on that point. I'm going to look at how many spaces I have in all in my number line so that I can know what is the denominator of my fraction. And in this case, I can notice that the denominator of my fraction is 6 because my number line is partitioned into 6 equal parts. Now we're missing the numerator, and for that, I need to count the spaces until I reach the star point. Here I have 4, and the same thing, I'm going to do it in the number line. 4 spaces. It's very important counting the spaces, not the lines. This is what happens when we make mistakes and we count the lines. We're going to have a wrong numerator. In this case, we have to draw the number line that we're going to use to plot this fraction. The fraction is 6/8. My denominator is 8, so I have to draw the number line with 8 equal spaces. So let's go ahead and draw the number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is my fraction, 6/8. Now let's work on the last one, but pay attention because this will be the hardest one. I have to plot all these fractions in the number line, but my number line has 4 equal spaces. When I look at my fractions, I can notice that all of them has denominator of 4 except the third fraction, which is 3/7. Can I plot this fraction in this number line? Of course, no. This fraction cannot be plotted in this number line because the denominator of this fraction is 7. My number line has 4 equal spaces. Okay, let's see the other fraction, 1/4. My numerator tells me that I have to count only one space. Here is where I can put my 1/4 fraction. Very good. Let's see this fraction, 6/4. Let's see, where can we put 6/4? We're going to look at the numerator. It tells me that I have to count 6 equal spaces. But what happened here? I don't have enough spaces to plot this fraction either. And that's because this is a fraction greater than 1. My number line should have more than one whole so that I can plot this fraction. Now 4/4. Last fraction. Let's work on it. In this case, I have to count 4 spaces because my numerator is 4. Second space, third, and the last space. 4 spaces, 4/4. Here is where I can plot 4/4. And as you can see, 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. Keep on working, guys. And don't forget, on the next lesson, we're going to be talking about improper fractions, proper fractions, and mixed fractions. We have reached the end of this lesson. Very good. You did it awesome. Thanks for watching my video, guys. And if you think this lesson was helpful for you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. As always, have fun with math.